Hey Nathan, how you going? What's been happening? What's new? I want to hear your updates. Let me just turn off my notifications so they don't disturb. Okay, so okay, we're ready to go. Hello, my darling. Yes, it's time to do live readings. Mummy is going to do live readings, so you have to be quiet. Okay. All right. How's the business front going? What's going on with work, Nathan? Have you found anything? Hey, Queen Goddess. Oh yes, I love Maria. Hopefully I get to visit Maria soon. We'll catch up on our travels, I'm sure. Yes, I follow Maria. I have followed her for years. Okay. Yeah. Okay, well, let's have a look then, Nathan. Let's see. I'm kind of drawn to the soul coaching oracle cards because I feel like there's a message there for you. I'm uploading a Scorpio singles reading, so I don't know if you'd be interested in that, but that will be available shortly. Okay, so angels and spirit, please show me. What does Nathan need to see, please, Spirit? What is the general guidance for Nathan? Nathan, what is going on in the UK? Honestly, I'm seeing some pretty worrying clips on my feeds. I don't know if it's my algorithm because obviously I follow political stuff, but it's pretty scary, I must say. It looks like anarchy over there. Let's see, what does Nathan need to see, please, Spirit? What does Nathan need to see? Oh, you've got emerging. Okay, so I feel like there could be an opportunity in the works or about to present itself. Angel and Spirit, please show me. Something coming out of the woodwork. And you've got power. This is good. And faith. Yeah, there's the need to keep the faith. Okay. So I just wanna see what the emerging card says. It says, just as a new sprout pushes through the soil into the light, you are emerging. Ideas and things that have been incubating within you for a long time are now moving forward towards manifestation, which is exactly what I was picking up. It says it's an exciting time for you, truly a period of new beginnings. Things for which you've been patiently waiting for a long time are about to manifest. A new seedling is most vulnerable, however, just as it emerges through the earth. It needs to be nourished and protected until it's strong enough to weather harsh climates, so you must take care to nurture your dreams and yourself in this tender time. Rest, eat well, drink plenty of water, and take healing baths. Get ready, a new joyous path awaits you. Yeah, you know what? We're not far behind, which is a bit of a worry, Nathan. My country, it feels like we are on a rapid decline because Look, I won't go into it too much because it's quite depressing, but our last election, the media will tell you the far left Prime Minister got in on a landslide, which is totally not true. He got in thanks to all these immigrants that he made citizens right before the election, and also so he obviously harvested votes and preferences. So he kind of got in by default, and also the Liberals in this country are in a shambles. They need to, reorganize themselves. But that's another story. Anyway, it's scary, and I don't know what it's going to need to take to get back to have the country go back to a livable state. I don't know. Anyway, that's just gets me down. So, Queen Goddess, are you still there? Do you still want a card? Which deck do you want me to use? Do you have a love question, a money question, or do you just want a general message? That goes for anyone wanting one card free. Let me know if you have any particular area of interest. I've got my Soul Truth deck. I have like so many tarot decks ready, but I've got Business Astrology Oracle here. I have the Totem Guardians, which is a cute deck. A love question. Okay, let's have a look. We'll put these down for now. All right. Are you single and looking, or are you wanting to know about an existing connection? Just because the reason why I ask is normally I would ask the cards what your situation is, but I don't want to waste the limited time that we have with the one card free. So you're in a relationship. Okay, thank you. So that means, and it informs what deck I use for you. So the deck that I want to use is buried somewhere. Just give me one moment. I thought I was more organized than I am. Here it is. Okay. Let's see what this says. You're welcome, Nathan. All right. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Queen Goddess need to see when it comes to love? What does Queen Goddess need to see, please? I'm getting a bit of conflict, to be honest. Let me just clarify this. I don't know if you're hoping for things to get better after you haven't been able to agree on things, but Spirit is saying time doesn't heal, but a shift in consciousness does. So you might need to see things from a different perspective. Focus on yourself rather than how you want the other person to change and contort themselves to accommodate you, because we can't really change anyone else. But if you focus on what you can change within yourself and how you can view the situation differently, that's what's going to make all the difference. But you've got a card that says, from chaos comes clarity. So they're saying keep communicating until everyone feels as if they've won. We're all taught that we should strive to compromise. But the real aim should be sitting down and resolving conflict in a way where everyone feels as if they've won, okay? Because you don't want yourself or the other person to feel as if you're in sacrifice, because then everyone will feel as if they're losing. So there could be a lot of conflict taking place at the moment, and Spirit is saying it's because hidden poisons are coming to the surface for release. So keep the vision that you have for the relationship, but there's a way out of the power struggles is what I'm being shown. This card says, in a power struggle, the other person acts out behavior that got us heartbroken before. And our unwillingness to move towards the other person is really our unwillingness to move past our old heartbreak. So I feel like maybe Michael's triggering you at the moment, but rather than resenting him for it or, you know, viewing it in a type of way, they're saying he's doing you a favor. He's allowing you to see the situation from a different point of view. Does that make sense? I hope that that helps. So rather than you telling him you have to do things a certain way to make me feel better about the relationship, think of what you can do. Take him out of the equation. Think about what you can do, and then he won't feel like he has to be in sacrifice. I hope I'm making sense. I'm not saying bend to his will and do things his way, but the more you're like this and you're both like, no, I'm right, no, I'm right, you're not going to get anywhere, right? So I'm glad that it resonated. You're welcome. Okay, so yeah. Okay. Who's next, guys? Just chime in whenever you want a card. I'm doing one card free, or if you want a more detailed reading, it's $15 via Super Chat or PayPal. Okay. You're welcome. Okay. So we have some observers, but people aren't really engaged tonight. So I'm just going to wait and see who wants a message. Yes, good old Maria. I'll probably be there as well. I'll see you there. Oh, I never know when I'm going to go live. It's just whenever I have time. So yeah, if you want to catch me, best you select the bell button when you subscribe, and then you'll get notified when I go live. I often go live on the weekends and then maybe one day during the week, but I can never tell. So yeah. I don't know where everyone is tonight. I'm just going to stay here for a few more moments and we'll see what happens. Hey Gary. All right, let's see. Do you have any question? Let me know. Do Do you want a love reading? Do you want general card? Let me know, because I'm just surrounded by decks and I just don't know which one to pick for you. Okay. Maybe I'll start with this general deck. What does Gary need to see, please, Spirit? General, I thought so. Okay, this is the deck. All right, angels and spirit, please show me what does Gary need to see. I feel like the number 9 is significant for you. Were you born on the 9th? Yes, please, Nathan, do keep me posted, okay? Hey, Ayat, is that how I say your name? I'm sorry if I say it wrong. So, Gary, your message is when things don't go as expected, trust the reroute. So I don't know if you've been diverted recently where you're going along a certain trajectory and then there could have been a curveball or something and things didn't turn out as you had hoped. But Spirit is saying you are being redirected to something better. So trust the process, okay? 29th December birthday. Oh, you're an 11 in numerology. That's like me. I feel like the number 9 is significant in other ways for you. It could just be that you're nearing the end of a cycle in your life. The 9 can be a challenging cycle because we have to embrace inevitable change and make space. So sometimes we have to let go of things that we don't want to let go of during that number 9 cycle. So you've got a card that says don't fret endlessly over your errors in judgment. Move out of the vicious cycle of self-attack, so guilt and blame, and instead see the right beneath your wrong and take responsibility for bringing love to your own wounds. Be devoted to feeling good about yourself. Okay? And you're a Capricorn, so hopefully you enjoy the Capricorn reading that I just posted. I'm also drawn to a different deck for you. Hi Stephanie, let me know if you would like a 1 card free. Same with you, Ayat. And if you do want a card, let me know if you want a love message, a money message, or just general, okay? All right, so what does Gary need to see? Hey, Joseline. What does Gary need to see, please? Yes. See, this number 9 seems to be significant. You've got a card that says, if you're noticing changes within yourself, it's because you're leaving the old version of yourself behind. You're elevating and shedding unnecessary layers, and old cycles are ending and new beginnings are on the horizon. You deserve this new chapter. So I hope that was helpful. All right, so Ayat is first. We're going to do a love card. Now, guys, it does help me if you say you're single and looking, or if you're asking about an existing connection, because it informs which deck I use for you. So you're welcome, Gary. I'm just going to pull a card from this deck for Ayat and then see where we go from there. Okay, and then we'll do Stephanie. I know what deck to use for you, Stephanie, so all good. You're single, okay. I feel like you're replaying old situations and scenarios in your head, and it's causing you to be pessimistic when it comes to love. So Spirit wants you to direct your focus a little bit better, because remember, the law of attraction dictates that we get what we focus on. So if you're continually focusing on things that have gone wrong in your love life, you're inadvertently perpetuating those energies, and you don't want to do that. So I want you to instead focus on what you could create in your love life. Focus on your best case scenario. And by so doing, like, draw it in. You have this fear that your needs are not going to be met. This card says all pain comes from what we feel we need and the fear that our needs will not be met. So what is it that you need? Give the energy of it to the person that you need it from. So in your case, I feel like it's you. You have to first give yourself the energy of, I don't know, approval before you can get approval from the outside. Do you know what I mean? So whatever you want to receive from a significant other or a romantic partner, you need to first give it to yourself. And that's what's going to open the door for someone to give it to you. I'm just going to pull a card from this deck here. Yeah, I don't know if you're Scorpio, because this kind of resonates with the Scorpio reading that I've just uploaded. I haven't posted it yet, but you've got this card that says you believe that it has to be hard, but it doesn't. Let love flow naturally in your life. Like literally the Scorpio reading that I'm yet to publish, it's like, don't make things harder than they need to be. So I don't know if, yeah, Scorpio ascendant, definitely listen to that reading because I feel like you'll get a lot out of it, okay? And it goes for about 25 minutes. So make sure to comment on it as well, because YouTube is really hard to, in terms of like the algorithm, that sometimes I just feel like I'm giving up on this channel. But anyway, let's do Stephanie. So Stephanie is Sagittarius, single. Let's have a look. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Stephanie need to see in order to attract? So I will be doing a Sagittarius single reading as well. So Stephanie, you might want to subscribe to my channel so that you can watch that one when I do it. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Stephanie need to see in order to attract love into her life, please? I don't know if you've been betrayed pretty badly, because you got the fear of cheating card, and it says not everyone cheats. You need to open your heart and trust. So yeah, it's important that you heal that, because you don't want to bring that emotional baggage into your next connection and accidentally sabotage it. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like that's something that you need to work on. What does Stephanie need to see, please? Yeah, I feel like it's caused you to be a little bit guarded and closed off because you're afraid of getting hurt again. Now, Spirit is saying all love comes with a risk of losing it or a risk of getting hurt, but don't be afraid. Take a chance, because I feel like you've retreated a bit. Your fear of being hurt has made you retreat. It's time to get out and try again. And also you might be putting a little bit too much emphasis on the physical side of things, because you've got eye candy and it's asking you to remember that beauty fades. So choose someone for their inner beauty and personality. Okay, I mean, we're all kind of guilty of that in a way, but especially this generation, because, you know, we're all on social media and we're all looking at people's lives, but it's, they're only presenting the most ideal life, their perfect moments. You're not seeing behind the curtain, you're not seeing the shadow self, you're not seeing the real day-to-day messy stuff. And so I feel like we're not really realistic these days about people, just generally. Careless Whisper, of course you can. I'm doing 1 card free or $15 detailed readings. You're impatient. Well, that's typical Sagittarius, isn't it? But I don't know, there was a real theme in your cards about fear of being hurt. So I don't know, maybe it's unconscious stuff that you need to deal with. Let me just pull another card for you, Stephanie, to see if I can get timing just quickly before we move on. So when you can expect a positive development to take place in love. So timing is something that I actually specialize in. I do a lot of pregnancy predictions and things like that. Okay, so let's see. See, you have a bit of control over the timing. So I feel like there's some healing that needs to be done for you, and you could actually speed up the process. So you may not be even aware that you are holding yourself back. You have the power to create the timing by taking action. Let's see. Got the next couple of weeks, there could be someone coming in, a potential suitor. Show me, when can Stephanie expect a positive development in love? When can Stephanie expect a positive development in love, please? Yeah, I keep seeing next couple of weeks. All right, so maybe up to 3 weeks. Yeah, I know. So I feel like unconsciously it drives some of your behaviors and habits. So you need to be bring that into your consciousness, because I feel like it could be blocking you a little bit. Okay. All right, so Careless Whisper has an important day tomorrow. Oh my God, why do people who aren't into tarot feel the need to get involved? Like, just no. Okay, so Careless Whisper. Let's see. Important day tomorrow. I'm going to ask the Fairy Tarot. What is the guidance for the Careless Whisper for tomorrow, please, Spirit? Hey, Richard. Just bear with me. I am receiving messages for you. I'm trying to get some more context here. Tanea. Okay. I don't know if there's some meeting that you've got arranged for tomorrow. I don't know if it's with someone that you're interested in. I don't know what tomorrow has in store, but they're saying be enthusiastic, because I saw the Page of Wands, okay, but prepare yourself, because, yeah, there's a need to manage your expectations at the same time, because I saw cards like the Nine of Cups in the reverse, which can sometimes mean disappointment. So, and I saw the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So, I'm going to get a clarification here. They're saying stop pushing so that you can allow for what you want to take place. Again, there's that need to manage your expectations and kind of have that attitude that you've done all you can do to maximize your success or maximize your desired outcome. But then there's certain things that you don't have control over. So you're going to just have to go with the flow and see what happens. Yeah. And manage your expectations. Again, I can't stress that enough, because the next card says, don't look at setbacks as the end of the world. So while things might not go as you had hoped, remember that setbacks are simply here to propel us and stretch us so that we can continue working on our dream and revising our dream and refining it. And then life can create something so much bigger than we currently have the ability to understand. Hi, Irene. Manza, is that how I say your name? Yes, you can ask a question. Anyone's welcome for like a mini 1 to 2 card read, but if you're wanting something more detailed, it's going to be the $15 donation. So who was next? Let me see. Was it Richard? Is Richard here? Does Richard want a reading? All right. So Manza says, who is coming towards me and when? I'm divorced. You know what? I'm going to do a timing card. So when you can expect a positive development in love. And then I'm going to do an advice card. So I'm not going to see who's coming in. I feel like that's what you need to see. They're saying don't rush. There's no need to rush. I'm seeing that you've got some people in the coming days and weeks. So I feel like they'll be dating, but yeah, there'll be something by the end of the week even. However, when it comes to like something serious and long lasting, I feel like April of next year looks promising. But over the next 3 months, I just don't see anything really sticking, okay? Because I feel like you need to focus on yourself and, I don't know, working on stuff. Let me just see what you need to work on. So I am seeing people maybe just passing the time over the next weeks and months. But next year looks better, okay, in the way of meeting someone serious. You've got practice radical self-acceptance and love yourself with all your flaws. Otherwise, you're going to be expecting too much of others because you've got being needy, okay? So you really need to build up your life again to the point where you enjoy just spending time with friends or even by yourself, dating yourself. Because when you're looking to fill a void, you're going to be putting too much pressure on any potential relationship that comes your way, all right? So I hope that that was helpful. Joseline. Hey, Andrew, nice to see you. We've got Taylor here. All right, we've got a few people wanting cards, so I'm going to start with Joseline. Just going to get a general card for Joseline. Angels and Spirit, please show me what does Joseline need to see. What does Joseline need to see, please, Spirit? What does Joseline need to see? I feel like there's a pattern that keeps repeating in your life, and you just need to kind of do something differently to see that there's another way. So I feel like there's a, what's the word? Maybe you're in autopilot mode in some area of your life and you're just doing things robotically because it's the way that you've always done them. But if you were to just try something slightly different, you would see that there's another way would be much more effective, is what I'm seeing. Yeah, exactly. All right. So they're saying when our world has become too small for our spirit, it can become painful. So I feel like you're resisting some kind of change. Your spirit is yearning to encounter new worlds of experience, and the universe is responding to that need by broadening your horizons. You're destined to embark on new experiences, and something of value is awaiting you. So don't allow anyone to shoot down in flames an idea that you've been flirting with, okay? Claim your right to live your life as you choose. See how maybe you're just going about things in a certain way because that's how you've always done them, that's how people expect you to do them. But you need to be more determined to do something that you've been wanting to do. And something that's more aligned with your heart. So I hope that that was helpful. Hey, divine timing. Let's see. What do you need to hear the most today? All right, let's see. Angels and Spirit, please show me. Thank you for your donation. What does divine timing need to see, please? What does divine timing need to see? So your message is you can't have one foot in and one foot out. You could be fearing making a wrong decision and being trapped with the potential consequences of that choice. But the only way to create any improvement is to either commit or not and communicate that with others. So I feel like you've been sitting on the fence with something and Spirit is saying you've got to just make a call. And instead of worrying about making the right decision, just make the decision right. And you have a card that says if you fail to take the time to question why you do what you do, you can become convinced that you can't do anything else. That's similar to the reading that I just did, which is, when we're, stuck in some kind of autopilot mode, sometimes we can become blinded to other ways of doing things. Yeah, they're saying if you don't like where you are, then take control and change what you can. Imagine what you would like to see in your world and then take small, steady steps. And don't be frightened away from or talked out of your passion or made to feel that it's inappropriate or useless. Just pursue it simply because it makes you feel alive, meaningful, valuable, and worthy. So I feel like those two messages were so similar that it must be quite a strong collective message at the moment. I don't know if it resonated with you. I might just pull one more card for you. Divine timing. We're going to do a card from the Soul Truth deck. Now, anyone who wants one card free, now is the time to post your question or tell me what area that you want me to cover, okay? Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does divine timing need to see? What does divine timing need to see, please, Spirit? Yeah, you've got what risk can I take today? So now is not the time to stick to your comfort zone. It says, be not mistaken, you'll have to take bigger risks than you ever thought possible on this path towards your dreams. So no more fence sitting, you'll have to take the big, scary leap, but don't fret because your soul has wings. It could be travel, because at the top of the deck you've got, where does my soul want to travel? I don't know. You just need to step out of your usual surroundings, I feel, okay? So I hope that that was helpful. Now, do we still have Amanda? Irene wants a general card. Okay, let's see. Irene was here first. So I'm actually drawn to the Soul Coaching Oracle cards for you, Irene. So let's see what we get. All right. Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Irene need to see? What does Irene need to see, please? Oh, you've got passion. I love this. So let's have a look. It says, follow your bliss, discover what you absolutely love to do or be, and then, like an arrow directed at its target, don't let anything stop you from fulfilling your passion. Exuberant emotions are coming to you, perhaps in the form of a romance. If you're having difficulty discovering what you're passionate about, go back into your childhood and remember what gave you joy then. If you loved to dance as a child, sign up for a movement class. Better yet, put on music and boogie in the living room to your soul's delight. If you adored your crayons, then pull out those colors and splash their bright hues from one side of the page to the other. So get clear on what you're passionate about and do whatever it takes to follow that. Okay. Let me see. You're welcome, Divine Timing. Clarissa wants a card. Andrew wants career. Okay. Amanda wants love coming in. All right, let me just pull a card for Andrew. Let me see. What does Andrew need to see, please, when it comes to career? I'm seeing you cutting ties, and I feel like, yeah, there's an ending. But I'll tell you what, I feel like it's for the best, because I'm seeing a lot of troublemakers around where you work and a lot of negativity. Sorry, just bear with me as I sign back into PayPal just real quick. So there's definitely an ending. It says you may need to leave your current position and look for something better. Ending a job doesn't mean burning bridges. Try to go with grace. And I'm just going to quickly pull a card from the Business Astrology Oracle deck and just see what guidance we can get for you on there. Show me, please, what is the guidance for Andrew when it comes to work? So I do see a silver lining here. You're moving into something that is not going to require your blood, sweat and tears. I'm seeing you moving into a time of more ease when it comes to work and opportunities, okay? Let me see. So think of a way you could do something where you're not killing yourself. Do you know what I mean? I've got like, I'm getting like wishing well vibes from this card. You know, like when you toss a coin into the Trevi fountain. So there's something here about you needing to end a chapter in your career in order to move towards your wish fulfillment type of thing. Does that make sense? Now, Amanda, I'm actually drawn to this deck. It's not going to answer, you know, when love is coming in or who's coming in, but it's what you need to do to manifest love, okay? So let's see what your guidance is. Right, angels and spirit, please show me. What does Amanda need to do in terms of manifesting new love? Okay, don't place too much importance on finding someone and thinking that that's going to be the key to solving all of your problems, because it's not. Because you've got this card here. It says love won't solve your problems. You need to work on being independent. And then you've got a card that says trying to change someone never works. Accept them as they are or move on. So there could be a pattern in your love life where you fall in love with someone's potential and you think that, oh, you know, I'll be able to mold them, or, you know, I'll make it work. But we shouldn't have to make anything work. It's like we're either compatible with someone and we're looking for something similar, or we're not. You know what I mean? So don't fall in love with someone's potential. Be honest with yourself in the early days when you're getting to know someone. And that way you can eliminate the wrong matches quicker, and you don't have to waste time in dead-end connections, okay? Yeah, I feel like you have a pattern of rescuing people or fixing people, but it's not your job to change or fix anyone. You have to take them as they are. They are responsible for their own problems. And it could be because you're very empathic like me, and maybe people that need healing are drawn to your energy, but that will only deplete you, okay? You want to attract someone who's on your level, who's done the work, who's ready to build with you. You can't be the only person doing all of the emotional heavy lifting. And at the same time, don't wait around for love to save you. Stop waiting and start, you know, making the changes necessary in your life to get you to a place of happiness, and then someone will want to be a part of that happiness, okay? All right, so Charlie, yep, let me know if you have a question. Hey, Cindy. All right, so who have we got? Oh, Prrenav has paid, sorry. Can I be in a relationship within a month? All right, there's no rush, but let me just see when you can expect. When's the most likely time that you're going to be in a relationship? Let's put it that way. Okay. Let's see, angels and spirit, please show me when is the most likely time that Prrenav will be in a relationship. Show me clearly. You got next new moon. So look, I don't know when that is, but yeah, it's definitely within a month. So not impossible. Let's see. Is it around the 13th? Because I'm just looking at the numbers here. We've got card number 49, so 4 plus 9. I wonder if it's going to be around the 13th of September. Yeah, we do have something definitely in the works already. So looks like you're getting to know someone. Let me see what your guidance is, and then we're going to move on, okay? What is Prrenav's guidance? What is Prrenav's guidance when it comes to love? They keep showing me 8, so it definitely feels like something's already in the works because we're in the 8th month, okay? There's something here about the need not to bring past trauma into this connection. What does Prrenav need? Yeah, they're showing me 8 and 9, so that's a reference to August, September. Show me, please, what does Prrenav need to see about love? Focus on your own self-improvement. Similar to the other readings I've done tonight, don't try to mold someone, fix someone, because they're responsible for their own healing. This card says the easiest way to get someone to change is to change ourselves, because to move forward is an irresistible call for the other person to join us. So you need to have that attitude of, well, I know what I want and I know where I'm going. So I'm going to continue on this path, and if you want to join me, great. But if you don't, great. So that's the attitude that you're going to need to adopt. That's what they're talking about. That attitude being an irresistible call for the other person to join us. If you're okay, no matter what happens, if you're happy, regardless of whether this person wants to join you along for the ride, then that makes you all the more appealing. So I hope that that was helpful. Oh yeah, you've got the same timing cards. I've got quite a few timing decks, you know, but I quite like that timing deck because it kind of adds a little bit of dimension. But I have my own timing deck that has predicted that many pregnancies, so I don't know why I don't use that one more. Hi, Elle. You're most welcome. Okay, so we have Clarissa. We've got JJ, who's a Taurus. Oh, hello. Isaac's in the house. Let me know what question you have for me. I'm drawn to the totem guardians for you, actually. Let me see. Thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate it. That's so funny because I just literally did a Scorpio reading and they were giving me the ugly duckling. So we're moving out of a time of a dry spell when it comes to love, you know, a dry spell where we don't feel people see us, like we're not feeling seen right now. There hasn't been any real prospects in the love department. And I feel like we're moving into a time where we're going to feel embraced and appreciated and seen. So I don't know if that's the meaning behind this particular card, but let me just read it out to you. It's saying it might be a sign that this is not your time, not your place, and not your team, and that's okay. So yeah, they're saying don't try and force yourself to belong if you're not feeling valued, right? Don't try to mold what's not yours into your vision just because it remotely resembles what you're striving for. Be discerning and don't settle for less and forcefully chain yourself to something that doesn't fully resonate just because it seems to be accessible right now, which really does feel consistent with the Scorpio reading that I'm going to be publishing as soon as I finish this live, okay? And I can relate to it in my own way because obviously, as you know, I'm a Scorpio. But to give you my own personal anecdote as an example, I recently joined a run club, okay? And it was more of an attempt to meet new people in my new area, right? But if I'm honest with myself, I kind of hate running. So this card is, you know, kind of talking about that. Don't do things because you have this end goal in mind and you think that it's like a good strategy. It has to be in alignment with what you enjoy. It has to make sense with you, okay? So for example, if you're a person that enjoys team sports, don't join a gym because, yeah, gyms can sometimes be sociable and like you can sometimes meet people at the gym. But if you enjoy team sports, then it's probably, it makes more sense to join a basketball team or something like that. Yeah, I think I'm making sense. So the events, people, or experiences that you're looking for will come and they will feel as if they are uniquely tailored to you and would not require any compromising on your behalf. So I have been questioning why the hell I would join a run club when I hate getting up early in the morning and the run club starts at 6 o'clock, but I have to get up at 5 o'clock just to get there on time. So, you know, everything about it kind of screams not kind of your space, so like stay in your lane type of thing. Let me know if that resonates with you. I'm going to pull a card from the spirit messages as well. Yeah, again, like ugly duckling coming out. So it says make sure you don't start seeing yourself through the eyes of those who don't value you. You need to know your worth even when others don't. You're not what people think of you. So there's that message again about not feeling seen or not feeling valued. And as I was trying to explain to you, but not very articulately, you've got a card that says go back to the heart of who you truly are. So what do you like? What do you find fun? There you will find peace. Look at your life in its entirety, acknowledge any old wounds and then release them, and use what they taught you as added strength. Keep moving forward with a renewed sense of confidence. Now, when I looked up on the screen, I saw 1717. So I feel like the number 17 is going to bear some significance to you. Maybe, you know, you've got something important happening on the 17th of the month. I don't know, but 1717 could be an angel number that you may want to look up, okay? Does that resonate with you? I hope it was helpful. Let me know if you have any further questions. And be sure to watch the Scorpio reading because I feel like you will find that helpful. I never use the Pug Tarot, but it's really cute. I should use it more. Yeah, see, the Seven of Cups has come out. So I feel like you need to do some thinking about what it would make sense for you to do, what activities it would make sense for you to spend time doing. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. At the moment, you're not really seeing options because I saw the Seven of Cups, but in the reverse position. But when you get clarity about, you know, what brings you enjoyment, then I feel like possibilities will start opening up for you. It'll be like a ripple effect. Okay, guys, if you have a question, now is the time to ask, and I'm just going to pick people at random. And let me know which deck that you want me to use for you, okay? So while I wait for people to comment, I'm just going to... Oh, sorry. We've got Shila. We've got Dwight. I think my toes are a little bit brighter. Hi, Robert. Clarissa wants a general message. Sorry, I missed these comments. I do apologize. I'm going to quickly do Clarissa a general card. All right, angels and spirit, please show me. What does Clarissa need to see? Whoa. What does Clarissa need to see, please? What does Clarissa need to see? They're saying trust that angels are playing on your side and life is, it's rigged in your favor, okay? So maybe you're feeling like things aren't going according to your plans. But Spirit is saying it's all for a higher purpose. You're being diverted from unnecessary obstacles and suffering. And you may be anxious to figure out how everything must happen and when, but they're wanting you to relax and trust the process more. I feel like you've got a bit of a one-track mind at the moment. You could be like really wanting something really badly, but you're placing too much importance on it. And they're saying you need an interruption from whatever that is. Give it a bit of a break, give it some breathing room. Because you're actually blocking yourself from receiving more than what you're fixated upon or what you're holding on to, okay? So maybe you need to detach from a specific outcome and focus on something else. That is the message coming through. I hope that makes sense. L, let's see when you can expect to get a new job. When can L expect a new job? When can L expect a new job, please? We've got next full moon. I don't know when that is. Does someone know? We only just had one and it spanned for 3 days or something. The month of November is standing out really strongly as well. So have you been looking for work since May? I feel like you're about to hear about an opportunity, but it seems to be slow in the making, as in, you know, you might be called for an interview, but it takes a couple of weeks before it materializes. So they're giving me 3 months from now. We've got October. There's some kind of, you know, process that starts at the next full moon and it culminates in the month of November. So maybe that's when you start the new job. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Shila, will he regret losing me? Okay. Hey, Robert. Okay, let's see. Is it Sonia? Is that how I say your name? Okay. So let's have a look. Will he regret? How does he feel towards Shila? Let's see. We're going to use the tarot. I'm going to use the universal tarot. Show me how he feels towards Shila. I do feel like he watches you from afar. Like, you know, when I say the world, it's like someone's watching you on a screen. But things are over, right? So, like, things are done. There's no going back with the world card, okay? Angels and Spirit, please show me. How does he feel towards Shila? Yeah, there's something here about moving forward. I don't know if this person's actually moved away, like physically, because with cards like the World and the Six of Swords, it looks like there's some kind of overseas movement. But the Six of Swords is asking you to move out of a state of drama. You know, maybe you're still hung up on this situation. They're saying more peace is available to you, but you have to continue moving forward. Like, don't be obsessing over this person. Don't even worry if he regrets losing you or not. It's kind of none of your business type of thing. And I say that in the most respectful way. I don't speak this language, so I'm just going to hide this because I can't verify whether they're saying good or bad things. Okay. You're welcome. Is it Banshika? Hello. All right, so Sonia, let's see what your question. You want a general card, okay. Let's see. We're gonna use this deck. What does Sonia need to see, please, Spirit? You're welcome. What does Sonia need to see, please, Spirit? Okay. Don't get too down about things at the moment. Like if you're feeling unfairly treated or lied to, whatever it is, because you have a card that says when you're caught up in situations that appear to be going badly, the universe is always on the side of the good. Spirit will always reveal what needs to be revealed and do what needs to be done. So there's some kind of feeling of divine justice here. You have to let it play out. Because sometimes, you know, revenge is a dish best served cold. You know, leave it up to the universe to right those wrongs. All you need to worry about, Sonia, is getting real with yourself about the gap between the life that you want to live and the life that your daily habits are leading you towards. So I'm trying to think of how that applies to you. But whatever you're doing, it's not actually conducive to what you're aiming for. So what adjustments do you need to make, okay? Instead of turning your mind and energy to how you can get back at the people that did you wrong, instead utilize that energy towards something more constructive, okay? Hey Lydia! So Banshika says, I want to know what's coming ahead in my career. Okay, let's have a look. I'm good, thank you, Lydia. All right, what's coming up for Banshika? Oh, you've got long-term stability. So I don't know if you're working towards stabilizing your career or becoming more permanent wherever you are, but I'm seeing an opportunity turning into a long-term career move, or you being asked to commit to a position in exchange for more money. But whatever it is, I'm seeing long-term security, and I'm going to pull a tarot card for you as well. Hey Beck, nice to see you. Oh, congratulations, Lydia. How did it go? All right, so Banshika, what's coming up in terms of career? There is an offer coming up, but you may not be aware of it yet because the Knight of Cups has come out in the reverse position. What is this Seven of Cups in the reverse though? Just bear with me a second. What is this Seven of Cups in the reverse? Got the Page of Swords. They're just confirming there's something that you can't yet see. Page of Swords in the reverse. There's something that you don't yet know. Let the puzzle piece arrive when it needs to. Yeah, you've got positive changes and more stability opening up for you with the Wheel of Fortune next to the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. I know first day is always overwhelming, so don't stress. I'm going to pull a card from the Soul Coaching Oracle cards for you, Lydia, okay? Angels and Spirit, please show me. What is the guidance for Lydia? What does Lydia need to see? What does Lydia need to see, please? Oh, pleasure. Enjoy it. They want you to enjoy what you do. Okay, so it says, enjoy yourself, dance through your life and give toasts for no reason at all. Cherish your sensuality. No, in this particular context, the more you enjoy your work, the better results you're going to get. We spend so much time at work, so make sure you find ways to make it enjoyable. And they're saying don't take it so seriously. Okay? It says, in today's society, we're programmed to believe that pleasure is forbidden and only permitted in small amounts, or should always come after work. So don't postpone good times because you're too busy fulfilling work commitments. And don't deny yourself joyful experiences because there's not enough time or it seems selfish. They're saying prioritize enjoyment, okay? I hope that was helpful. Okay, so I'm going to end it there. Hi from India. I'm going to end it there, guys, because I'm getting a bit tired, but thank you all for joining. I'll be back again soon, so I'll see you guys then.